It's time for the pupils of Perth Academy to vote for this year's whole school charity. There are 4 to choose from, but you can only vote for one. House captains and the head team have created videos to give you all the information you need. The first presentation is for Athels' nominated charity, Mermaids.
The Athel House charity for 2021-2022 is Mermaids, which supports trans and gender non-conforming young people, as well as their families and professionals involved in their care.
Back in 1995, Mermaids were just a small group of concerned parents sitting around a kitchen table, coming together to share experiences, find answers and look for ways to keep our children safe and happy. This charity really needs our support, as 41% of trans people have experienced a hate crime or incident in the last year, and 25% of trans people have experienced homelessness at some point in their life. 67% of trans people have avoided being open about their identity for fear of negative reactions from others. The work of Mermaids helps reduce isolation and loneliness for transgender, non-binary and gender-diverse children, young people and their families. They provide families and young people with the tools they need to negotiate education and health services. They also help young people to cope better with mental and emotional distress and equips their parents with what they need to offer individual support. Thank you for listening, and we hope you can consider Mermaids for your chosen school charity this year.
Burnham's nomination is for the Scottish charity Air Ambulance.
The house charity that the Burnham House team are putting forward this year is Scotland's charity Air Ambulance.
Scotland's charity Air Ambulance was officially launched in May 2013. They had their very first call out the next day. Based at Perth Airport, the Scotland charity Air Ambulance is Scotland's only charity air ambulance. They operate 2 helicopters and 2 rapid response vehicles, which respond to serious medical emergencies across Scotland.
What do they need the money for? Frontline services cost the SCAA over £2 million every year. This includes paying for 2 lead paramedics, 7 paramedics, 3 pilots, maintenance for 2 helicopters and 2 rapid response vehicles, as well as medical equipment for both vehicles.
Thank you. We hope that you will choose the Scotland's charity air ambulance as the school's charity.
Clooney has nominated SHIP.
Hi, this is Ailey and Ben from Clooney, and we have chosen SHIP as our charity, and we're going to tell you a bit about it. So, what is SHIP?
SHIP was established by parents in 1986 and aims to provide support for young people in Perth and Ross community who have additional support needs. This support is delivered through youth clubs, play schemes and other activity-led opportunities. In addition to this, they work closely with key partners within Perth and Ross to maximise the opportunities to improve the quality of life for their young people and their families. They provide support with young people and additional support needs from birth through their school years and beyond. This support is delivered by furthering the young people's opportunities to develop friendships and skills.
How they do it. SHIP offers weekly youth clubs where young people can relax and enjoy themselves whilst developing social and life skills in a safe, fun and friendly environment. Their play schemes operate during the school holiday periods to enable young people to participate in social outings to exciting locations with their peers. Both their youth clubs and play schemes are run by experienced play leaders and are also supported by teenage volunteers, which provide a unique peer group environment. Why you should vote for SHIP. SHIP is a small local business and a lifeline to working parents with children with disabilities and life-threatening conditions, because it is, in most cases, the only place that these young people can go that their parents can trust.
It is also one of the only clubs children with disabilities can attend where they can make friends and learn life skills. If we vote SHIP, the money we raise will be put towards better days out for young service users and to get more staff members to support them.
Thank you.
And the head team have nominated the Samaritans as our potential whole school charity.
The head team's nominated charity for this year is the Samaritans. How they help. The core of the Samaritans charity runs mainly through telephone helplines, which people can call if they are feeling suicidal. They also use text messages, emails, letters and video calls, as well as face-to-face interactions in their branches. The Samaritans helpline number is 116 123 and is free to call. They now also have a self-help app. What does the Samaritans charity do? Samaritans is a registered charity aimed at providing emotional support to anyone in emotional distress, struggling to cope or at risk of suicide throughout the UK, often through their telephone helpline. Their name is derived from the biblical parable of the Good Samaritan. Confidentiality. Samaritan scholars have complete confidentiality. This will only be broken in extreme circumstances, such as when Samaritans receive bomb threats or terrorism warnings, or if a volunteer is threatened. Samaritans volunteers. Samaritans is dependent entirely on volunteer support, and as of 2015 had over 21,000 trained volunteers across the UK. They have 1,000 volunteers and 19 branches in Scotland. Why the Samaritans would be a great charity to fundraise for. The Samaritans would be a good school charity to raise money for, because they help to prevent suicide and make it easier for people to talk about their mental health. These last few years will have made it a lot more difficult for people to talk to others about their mental health, and Samaritans is a vital lifeline to those who are feeling suicidal and depressed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you choose the Samaritans for Perth Academy's charity.
In order to vote for your favourite charity, go to your year group assembly teams and complete the form. If you have any issues, please speak to your house captains. Are you able to help out at the library's homework club on a Wednesday lunchtime? If so, please pop along to speak to Miss Cook and Miss Trotter to volunteer.
The SPLT have organised an inter-house litter pick competition in order to help clean up our school.
In around 2 weeks' time, each house will individually be tasked with cleaning the school grounds.
The house which has the most volunteers will win a massive 50 house points, putting them well ahead of the pack at this point in the year.
If you are interested in taking part, please put your name on a sign-up sheet by the house boards in the library corridor, or get in contact with one of your house captains.
To gather input and thoughts on how to improve the school from all year groups, we will be holding Stop at SPLT sessions every few weeks. These will be held on Thursdays in Room 3 from 1:30 to the end of lunch. Feel free to come along to give any ideas and opinions, or just to ask any question you might have about the school. This week we will be holding our first session. All years are welcome.
Perth Academy is working on gaining certification as a reading school, and as part of this, the Lady Mackenzie Library is running a staff and pupil reading programme around important topics.
Staff and senior pupils are reading books about environmental issues to mark COP26 in Glasgow later this year, as well as books by BAME authors in anticipation for Black History Month, which is in October.
Are you a fan of upcoming bands? Well, we are looking for talented bands, solo artists, or anyone that has any knowledge of the music industry to join us on our music podcast, Rocks and Talks.
If you're interested and want to be involved in the making of this music podcast, you can find the posters around the music and the drama departments.
You can get in touch via the email on the posters, and we will get in touch with you as soon as we can.
Thank you for your time, and we hope to see you in the studio.